Good morning, everybody. It is September 25, the last Monday morning message for the month of September. So here we go. I'm just going to dive right in because I do actually have quite a list, and then we'll talk about some stuff later. All right, so here we go. We're diving in. Checkpoint under clubs. It's a club. Checkpoint starts next week. Tuesday the 3rd. So, again, that's under clubs. My bad. Checkpoint. Under clubs, checkpoint. So, you'll see that. So, click down here to register. I advise you to do that rather quickly. It does fill up quick, typically. So, anyway, checkpoint that starts next week, Tuesday. Let's see. No early dismissal. No early dismissal this Friday. It is Fall Festival. And so, so we're going to have a regular day, which will be nice. And then we roll right into Fall Festival. Speaking of regular day and Fall Festival, I'll talk about this in a second and longer at the end, because Grow Groups, it's our first Grow Group this Friday, so we're really excited about that. But the Fall Festival, just let me pause on that for a minute. It is an incredible event. To say that all of our students go to this would be an understatement. I mean, we do car line at the end, and I think literally there's 5 cars in car line every time there's Fall Festival. It's so well attended. It's so much fun. The activities, the food, it is just the games. I mean, it's so much fun. So I strongly encourage you to do that. A couple of things let's see. So we've got speech and debate today. That's today, 3:30. So if you are interested, sorry, there's a little bit of late notice, but I did tell you last week that it was going to be some point this week. It is today. Speech and debate meeting is today at 3:30 after school. Parents, guardians, if you are able to attend, that would be awesome. Mrs. Naylor will definitely be sending some information out about speech and debate in case you're not able to be there. So, again, that is today at 3:30, Mrs. Naylor's room. Okay. Okay. So the 8th grade trip is right around the corner, like literally next week. And so one of the beautiful opportunities that our students have is working with an organization called Love Inc. And the Inc. INC stands for In the Name of Christ. One of the big things there is we donate clothes. Okay, it's a clothes donation opportunity for us. So we look around at our clothes. Certainly, I have too many clothes. My kids have too many clothes. I'm sure you do too. There's plenty of opportunity for us to donate. So the goal is about 10 to 12 trash bags full of clothes. That's our goal. We have a huge class. There's like 80 some of you. Right now, we only have 2. So that's not an amazing representation of the number of students. And so if you could, over the next 3, 4, 5 days, bring those clothes in, that would be incredible. We would have an opportunity to bless those that Love Inc. is supporting up in South Dakota. So please take the time to do that. All right? Let's see. I'm still going down my list. Leaf raking. Speaking of activities, leaf raking is that first Friday in November. We are still in need of drivers. This event does not happen unless we have drivers. So if you go, so if you go under activities and you go to leaf raking, here's all the details about leaf raking. Okay, here's all the details about leaf raking. Then here towards the bottom, drivers needed, you fill out this form. We need drivers. We just flat out need drivers. And it's really fun. There's some of you that have had multiple kids come through the middle school. I bet you've been a driver 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, literally. 3 with each kid. And I mean, it's really, really fun. We've been doing it forever. It's an amazing opportunity for you to hang out with your your child and 3 of their friends. So anyway, it's really fun. A quick schedule update. Art. The Friday now you've had Spanish. You will now have art. Okay, for the remainder of this semester. It just balances out the number of classes for each class for art and Spanish, so they're the same number of classes met. And so, starting this Friday, you will now have art on Friday and not Spanish. Okay, I'll send out new schedules as well that'll reflect that. In case you didn't know, some of you have known, eligibility started last week, so Mr. Hansen, our athletic director, is running that. So he may end up having some difficult conversations with you. It's all about, grade guardian, then where you're at with behavior and your choices and things like that. And so Mr. Hansen is running that. But just be aware that, we want to stay below the 85 number on grade guardian. All right? And we're having quite a few students that are forgetting their laptops, their Chromebooks at home, and then they're asking to borrow a Chromebook, which I'm willing to do, except now when I lend these machines out over and over and over and over again, they're no longer new. In other words, now, next year, when I go to hand out a laptop to a student, I can't hand out these laptops because they're used, essentially. Well, I have to maintain those laptops. Nobody is paying for those laptops except for me. So there will be a charge. It'll be $15 a day for you to use one of our Chromebooks. I know that sounds a bit harsh, but I've got to be able to maintain these $350 machines so that I can keep lending them out. If they fall apart and I don't have the dollars to put them back together, then I don't have loaners. So this is going to help me maintain those loaners. And I'm not saying you can't borrow one. I'm saying you need to help maintain the computers that you're borrowing. So Mrs. Nielsen up at the main academic desk has the Chromebooks, and she will be tracking that. So anyway, that's just kind of an update there. All right. Let me go through here, go back to the home page. There we go. All right. So if I'm going to scroll down for the last thing, and that's the dining hall cleanup crew: Alexa, Chase, Bella, Dietz, Jack, Adrian, so AJ, and then Wyatt. So there's your cleanup crew. Okay. Just a couple things you'll notice on the calendar. It's pretty light this week, other than the fact that I am out Wednesday through the end of the week. I am the president of the National Alumni Board for my university, so I'll be back in Michigan at meetings this week. All right. Okay. So, I was out of town this weekend. I went to my 35th high school reunion, which was so much fun. So much fun. I saw just so many wonderful, fun people. I mean, it was a blast. It was just an absolute riot. So that was really fun. But nonetheless, I did not get back in town for church. So I thought I would take the opportunity to discuss and share grow groups and just a little bit more about grow groups. This will be just a brief, so let me just kind of zoom in on this. This will be just a brief highlight, and our students will have this document, and we can print some stuff out. So basically the idea is we want to take 23 minutes. It's not Bible class. It's not talking about how our faith intersects with science or art or anything like that. It is strictly an opportunity to reflect on our faith and our faith formation. So the idea, the general idea, generally speaking, we've learned so much about our faith just in all of our different classes, and now we're learning more about our faith in chapel every Thursday. So one of the ways that we learn best is by reflection. Like when we learn something and then we talk about it, that kind of cements it into our minds. So chapel is Thursday, and Chaplain Frankie is going to share a message, and then he's going to give us challenges and questions that we're going to spend some time on Friday to really cement what was shared in chapel. Then, third part, so we're going to learn in chapel, we're going to reflect on it Friday, and then we're going to send these home to you, families, and we would like you to ask these and answer these questions, okay? So there's some different group norms here and things like that. And then, so the challenge up until our next chapel, we're just going to pray for, so like if you're wondering like, well, what do I do Monday? What do I do Tuesday? Pray for each other. Pray for someone this week. Pray for your parents, grandparents, guardians, siblings, friends, principal, staff, teachers, whatever. Be bold in your prayer. And if you notice someone struggling, ask if you can pray for them versus just talking about them. So that the idea is, what did we learn in chapel? Let's reflect on it Friday, and then let's bring it into our home after that. So anyway, that's kind of the idea of Grow Groups. It starts this Friday, about 2 o'clock. So, and the groups are small, right? There's about 10 or 11 kids in each group. So anyway, we're really excited about it. So anyway, that is that. You do not want to miss this, students. I think it's going to be awesome. All right, y'all. Be good. Love y'all. See you in the halls. Bye.